Okay, here we go. We're about to go live.
I don't like that. This was better. No, they're just doing interviews for the super matches.
We're live. All right. Okay. Yes, we are live. All right. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining me. All right. So I'm going to just go around and introduce everybody. Well, first off, what we're doing is we are promoting the North vs. South event that's coming up next weekend, April 1st in Bakersfield, California, where the Northerners from California are going to have super matches with the Southerners of California. And it's going to be crazy. We've just got a ton of matches, really good, well-crafted matches put together. And what's interesting about it is there's a lot of heavy hitters. There's a lot of experienced pros. And there's a lot of up-and-comers involved as well, which is very unique, I think. It's giving everybody in the sport that's just gung-ho about it a shot to have a spotlight put on them and get a good match. A lot of people to see where they're at and shake up the rankings. The two guys responsible for a lot of this, who we can all thank, is Josh up there in Nowhere to Run Arm Wrestling. Say hi for us, Josh, or give us
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. And then we got the Grizzly there, Casey Stevens. So both of these guys have been extremely important for this, and we're very grateful. The community is just coming together like no other to make this happen. So we also have Carl Gerke in the chat. Yes. And Carl, the first time I met him was when we had the hotel practices, I think. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're a very large man, and you were very strong. Remember the first time I gripped up with you, you were kind of one of the first walls I gripped up to that was around my same height. And yeah, you're just an amazing arm wrestler. I'm looking forward to seeing your match.
Pretty large, but then you have Casey and Tony on here, so I'm a little guy.
Yeah. So yeah, this sport there's several definitions of large in this sport for sure. A big guy comes in and then they meet Derek. So we've got Ronnie Vega in the chat. Ronnie, sir, I've watched you arm wrestle, and you are an extremely gifted athlete. I've heard a lot about you as well, so I look forward to getting to know you a little bit more and talking about what's coming up. We have the man. I believe you are the left-handed champion right now in California, Tony Tomlinson. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
Tom, listen, no N in there. I'm not no relation to Ladanian.
Gotcha. All right. My apologies. Yeah, glad to have you with us. And we also have the legend, Mr. Scott Wynn, listed down there to make the moves. And we have over there in the training room, Benjimac, McCabe, I guess is your full last name. He's having a practice with the OC guys over there, so they'll be popping in and out. Scott,
yeah,
you work on like movie sets and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Did you work on anything cool today?
Yeah, I'm working on a Marvel. It's a Marvel a Marvel Disney streaming show.
Huh.
So I don't know if you ever heard of the character Wonder Man.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow!
So there's a character called Wonder Man that's apparently like he has the most powers out of all of them.
Oh wow!
Never heard of him myself.
Yeah, that comic didn't last very long back in the day.
Yeah, I guess it was like they had it a long time ago too, as well. So he's been around for a long time. And then somebody said the same thing. They tried to revive it and didn't stick.
Yeah, such an interesting field that you got into. You know, there's a lot of tradesmen out there and builders and stuff. And to be able to get into a niche like that and stay busy, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Hey, what?
Yeah, definitely is good training for me too.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Benjamin McCabe? Unmute yourself there.
Yeah. What's up?
All
here.
right.
What's up there, Big KC?
Yeah.
How you doing, big fella?
Good, man.
You guys,
you and me might be doing a little polling.
I
Yeah,
hope so. I'm gonna be doing
All
a ton of after pulling.
I know, man. That's what I figured. I don't. Well, here, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. Go ahead. It's nice to see you guys. I'm here with Ben. I just showed up. It's good to see everybody.
that's good to see you.
perfect.
Sorry, I got bad eyes and I'm on a little phone, man. But it's good to see everybody that's here.
Good to see you training.
Sure.
Just don't go too hard. We got a lot we need to give to the Northerners, huh?
Yeah. This is an easy week.
That's the hard part. Resisting training.
Yeah.
Resisting bullying.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've learned that I just can't go to practice if my whole plan is just to like I'm gonna go work on mechanics.
I'll go
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
light. No, that's not gonna happen.
Then you're redlining and your ego pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I appreciate Nowhere to Run Promotions, Casey. You both doing a great job.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Right on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going around one by one, and we're going to get to know you guys a little bit better, your background in arm wrestling, and we definitely want to talk about your matches. I'd like to start with Tony. You're driving, and I you seem like you might be a busy man as well. So let's get going with you.
All right.
And first off, what got you into this sport? You're a huge pillar down here in the South of the sport. I'd love to know more about how you got into it, how you formed your team, all that good stuff.
Well, I started in 2014, and I had a good buddy that I used to bounce with at a bar. He used to always try to challenge me, and he was a strong dude, big dude, like 320 pounds type of thing, and he could never beat me. Well, like everybody in the sport right now, everybody has a story of never being beat until you actually start arm wrestling, right? Well, he got me into it in 2014, did my first tournament in November 2014, and never looked back since. I developed Northern Colorado Arms in Colorado, became the WAL director for Colorado. Yeah. So I do throw tournaments as well. I am a promoter, but I haven't done anything for a while because it's a lot of stress, and I don't have much time to be stressed on anything besides home and work. Other than that, Orange County Arm Wrestling, I came down in about 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, and I first went to the Riverside tournament, and I met Partington there, and I was like, dude, we gotta create a team down here. And he was like, well, we used to have Orange County Arm Wrestling, and it hasn't been for a couple of years. So I'm like, let's get that back going. So we did, and we're here now. So we got Alan, which is my co-captain. He is sick today, so he's not going to be interviewing or anything today. But he came in about a year after I got here, and he became a very detrimental part of my team. But without these guys, man, without these Orange County Arm Wrestling guys, like Benjamin actually brought me through the pandemic. Like when I was like, we're not going to be doing arm wrestling during the pandemic, right? We shut it down. Benjamin went and like texted me the next week after we shut it down, and he was like, no, we ain't. Let's go, you and me. We went for months. Me and Benjamin McCabe, we went for months just practicing, him and I, at my house.
I love it.
And we just continued on, yeah. So before that, I was a boxing trainer, and I was a pretty good boxer back in my day, and I think that's where I get my strength from. But as far as organizational things, like I love the team. Period. You know. So
Yeah, it
that's what
shows for sure.
yeah.
Can
Couldn't
you
do it
guys still
without a
not
team.
see me?
We can hear you, Blanca. We just can't see you yet. Is the video down at the bottom left not enabling?
It's not allowing me to. I don't know why. Hold on, one more time.
Oh, there
we
you
go.
are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Used to be a
Cool.
blonde.
Yeah.
Hey Blanca, you ruined my interview.
So
I'm just
sorry.
joking. I was just joking. I just got done.
Hey, that's
Hey.
what girls are all about.
Good.
I know, right? Ask my wife. She's right here.
What an entrance.
Hey, girl.
What an entrance. Get it, girl.
Good to see you, Blanca.
Good for you.
Thanks for.
By the way, this
spending
is my
time with
wife,
us.
Romy. Any kind of videos that you guys see, it's because of her.
Oh,
And pictures and all that.
Malia, come say hi to Romy. This is Tony Tomlinson's wife.
Tom, listen. No
Oh,
N in there.
listen, I'm sorry. I just can't
Thank
stop. I can't stop.
I hate it so bad, dude.
Okay, all right. I don't want to get my ass kicked by a giant, so I'm
We've
gonna work
pulled
on that.
together. We've pulled together before.
Hey, Romy. Yeah,
Hi,
babe,
honey.
just look at where it says his name and read it right there.
All right, right. Ain't nobody do it. Don't feel bad because nobody does it.
It's like, Tom, listen to me. It's like, Tom, listen.
My brain shut off like a week ago. I don't even know how I'm operating this right now. I really don't. So before we move on to the next athletes, I do want to talk about your match a little bit, Tony. And I do have a match list here, but I think the screenshot I took might have cut off your competitor. Josh, who's
Israel Chavez.
say his name again?
Israel Chavez.
Israel Chavez. All right. Can you tell us a little bit, Josh, about Israel?
Israel has been in the sport for about 6-7 years, around there. He came into the sport with Eric Wofel, who's big legend in California. He was a left-handed #1 in the world back in the day for a couple years. So that's where he started, and then he kind of made his way on to Mike McGraw in the Armbenders Garage, and he trains with them, and now Paul Italia's group up there and them guys. So he's been around, and he's definitely making waves, making a name for himself. He's right there scratching on the door of Tom and the big guys up there. So definitely a strong dude, and his right hand is no joke.
Right on. Oh, and so
I look forward to taking that hand. I so look forward to taking that hand.
So this is
We're
a
gonna see.
right. This is a right-handed match.
Yep.
Right-handed.
That's actually right and left.
Oh,
We're gonna do
cool.
right and left.
All right. Yeah, I want to see that left hand in action too, Tony. So, Josh, what made this the matchup? What was it for you?
So I guess it was the Patterson performance from Israel. What he did up there with them big boys, and just the rise that he's been on and everything. He's just one of those guys that I don't know if you guys are familiar with Abo, but he's back and forth, like right there with him, right-handed, and so he's definitely right there. Like he hasn't been to many tournaments. I mean, he works like 12, 14-hour days, 6 days a week. He's doing like construction with his family. So he can only make it when he can. But yeah, he specifically asked for either Alex De La Torre, Tony, or Jonathan Hoffman. Those were the three names that he threw out. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Alex De La Torre was he had prior commitments, and then John just wasn't. I don't think he's coming or anything like that. But so Tony accepted the match. Thank you so much, Tony, for giving him a shot and everything. But so he was pretty
Absolutely.
excited about that.
Yeah, good. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it too.
So
I've never even heard of him before this, so
Yeah, Israel's a bad dude. You better be ready,
Yeah,
Tony.
I've been
powerful.
hearing about it. I've been hearing about it.
He ain't no joke. The kid's strong.
So taking his
Good.
hand is the plan, huh, Tony?
Always,
Yeah.
always. Anybody I go against, if I don't take their hand, I'm probably not gonna win.
Okay.
So,
Well, it definitely
Well, we'll
changes
see.
things when you take a hand, that's for sure.
yep.
Unless it's Benjamin McCabe. He'll start
He'll give
throwing
you his
that.
hand.
He'll throw that
He'll
shoulder
give you
in
his
there and
hand,
make
and
your,
he'll tear up your
your
arm
life
with his side
horrible.
pressure.
Yeah.
Well, and
Nothing
Blanca
but-
does a
nothing but
really
this,
good
right?
flop wrist too.
Yeah, she's got a good press as well. Absolutely.
My press.
Hey, it's worst case scenario, but I guess I'm pretty strong at it, so I should probably dedicate. I don't know.
So
No, you should not. Just practice
No?
it like normal.
is anybody else familiar with Israel Chavez? Give a little insight on how they think this match is going to go.
I'd have to
I'm
see.
not.
Casey definitely is.
Well,
I've gripped up with Israel quite a bit. And I would have to say slow pulling, I've never been able to pin him. And yeah, he's really powerful and very deceptive because he doesn't look as powerful as he is.
okay. And you've gripped up with Tony before?
Yeah, Tony's whooped me on multiple occasions.
Good stuff.
Do you think it's about even or no, Casey?
Honestly, I think you're the favorite. But right-handed, I think he'll surprise you for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be ready for
Hey, I
it.
would compare him, Tony, I'd compare him to Alex. Like he pulls very similar to like Alex. He's pretty
Okay.
smart in the table too, yeah. So if you can't take his hand and he gets in a match, you're gonna be in a pretty good war.
Oh, you guys don't know me now, though, man. I've been practicing a lot of side pressure, a lot of hooking. I don't know. This arm is looking pretty good right now.
Good. That's good to hear.
I think the only one that's going to be able to take me, actually, there's maybe only two, and that's Derek, Mega Mike, and maybe Alan, and my partner Alan Hodzi, on a good day.
All right.
If this guy beats me right-handed, I'll be surprised. But I'm not gonna take him lightly at all. You know, we'll see what happens the first match. The first match will tell all.
Yeah, being relatively new, that's something I've definitely been learning. If you are primarily a hand puller, a lot of these crafty guys they all have a few keys to get around that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And try and just put you on that bicep. And I'm with you, bro. Like the last year, hooking has been, a huge focus for me as well. Side pressure, absolutely. Right on. That's good to hear. Yeah.
A lot of strap pulling, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Blanca. So I got your girl here. I wanted to say hello.
Hey, Blanca.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. Feeling strong and ready for your tournament, your competition?
I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm excited. I'm actually looking forward to it. So,
Have you pulled Tara before?
I have. So the whole reason why I'm pulling Tara, I was supposed to pull Rosario. She's another one of their I guess in their team and they're up north. And so we had talked about I was supposed to pull Rosario, but then during the time that we were kind of like going back and forth and sending info, so then out of the blue, Tara sends this group message and says this whole story about how she felt really good pulling me and if everybody is okay with it, she wants to pull me again. And so of course she wants the rematch. We did had a really, really good battle at Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
And so we talked about my flop or my press. So I pressed her. And so I took the win. And so I'm sure she's training hard. And the funny thing, so this weekend, East versus West, we ended up not pulling at all, not even left or right. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that funny? I told Ronnie, it's so exciting. I haven't pulled her since Mr. Olympia. And so we both know where we're at, right? And so I had an accident. I was involved in a car accident March 1st.
Oh, gosh.
I was so bummed. I ended up having to take time off from training. I was pushing myself. I was still trying to go, but then afterwards I was feeling worse. And then I was also diagnosed with DVT in 2020. So I battled with that. So arm wrestling and DVT doesn't blend well. I don't know if you guys know, but Devin Rad, he has it. But he has it in the lower extremities. And so I was diagnosed with upper extremities DVT. So arm wrestling and that diagnosis does not blend well at all. So I take a lot of medications for a lot of things. And so any little thing that kind of flares it up, I can't do anything. And so I didn't pull for a whole year on my left arm. I didn't pull for a whole year. And so like, honestly, like this is going to be my third time that I will compete since I came back from not pulling at all. I took a lot of time off.
Yeah, I remember that.
So when these girls started, when Grace Bear and Rosario, which is the girl from up north, and then there's Bridget's also in our, she comes and practices in our area. So when they started and they started getting all these wins and they were all excited about winning, I was taking a break, but I'm back.
Nice. Good to have you back.
Yes.
Do they give you a lot of like vasodilators or like blood flow stuff to help with that?
Blood thinners. I take a lot of blood thinners. So
Gotcha.
it's not a good mix. On and off. So like I said, I'm not a quitter no matter what. There's no excuse. And the one thing that I learned about arm wrestling, and I mean, I have a lot of close elite pullers, female elite pullers that they mentor me. I can go to them about anything. And the one thing that I learned from them is in arm wrestling, you never stop training. There's always going to be someone hungrier than you. Life hits you, a lot of changes. You either suck it up and train or sometimes we need breaks. It's okay to take breaks, but then we come back stronger, and everyone has a time to shine. When I first started, I was so hungry just to get out there and compete and everything else. And now my goals are a lot different, family, my health more than anything is important. But at the same time, I'm just addicted to the sport. So I'm never going to stop pulling. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, congratulations, Blanca. You were very impressive. You really did.
Thanks. I miss you. We need to get back to training. I have a surprise for you when we go to up north. Scott.
Nice.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we need to get back. So, when I first started, I started with Alpha Empire, and Ronnie started, and I got him in. There's a whole long story, which we don't have a lot of time for that, but he started, I sat there on my laptop, I worked while he was training and everything else. And then all of a sudden it just became part of our team. But I'm the type of person that I just get bored easy. I always need a change, and I don't belong to anybody. I like to train everywhere. I like to travel and I like to learn from everybody. And that's what we did. So we still love Alpha Empire, Devin, Ricky, Lorenzo, every single one of them in the team. We love them to death. We're still family, but we would never stick to one place. And Scott knows it too, right, Scott? And so we train with Scott. I mean, we do a lot of things, and we also train with Tony, and we stayed a little bit with them. But I'm the type of person that I'm a busy bee. I have to be out. I have to learn. Honestly, when I lose, I don't take it as, oh my gosh, the world is over. Of course it hits us, and everybody knows this in arm wrestling. It's depressing when you're not winning. You just keep on getting out there. You're putting in all your effort, and a lot of the times we say that we're putting all of our efforts, but we're not always putting all of our efforts, because results, it's what gives you what you worked for, And the mistake that I've made many, many times, I mean, I had just had a biopsy in 2020, and it was the LA Fit Expo, and I didn't want to let anybody down. I had a biopsy like in December, and then we had the tournament in January. All these girls came from Canada. I mean, it was a full stack of ladies in there. I said, how can I sit here and watch? I went up there, I looked like crap because I was feeling my worst. And that's when I finally realized that I was not good healthy wise. But I went up there, I got slaughtered. I literally got slaughtered by everybody. And there was no excuse. I wasn't ready for that. I didn't take my break. And a lot of the times we're afraid to do that, to take a break and just focus on ourselves. But we do it to ourselves. So, you know, coming back and starting over again and starting to pull again, I'm excited. I'm like, every time we talk about a certain tournament, I'm like, I can't wait to see who's going to be there. You know, I don't think about, oh my gosh, is it going to be hard for me? Oh my gosh, I'm probably not going to be my best because I'm barely getting back to it. But I'm good. I feel good. So anything can happen, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm
I
excited
like
to see your match with Tara. It's
it.
going to be a good one.
We're both excited.
And I'm also excited about it for the unknown factors. I've been hearing that Tara's really good. I know that she did well at East versus West qualifier.
She did.
As far as I understand, I think she got a gold.
She did.
Yeah. But I know so little about her, and those are the funnest matches to watch.
I met her at Mr. Olympia. That's where I met her.
Yeah.
And so after that, she was like, I'm coming for you. And I was like, okay, let's do this, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But she's such a sweetheart. And I like the fact that at the table, we're just there to win. No one's your friend. Everybody is an individual. We are all there to win. And so, but after that, you know, she's nice. She's what we look for. And so that's what I like about her. So we do have a lot of women that sometimes get a little take it personal, even after you don't win or whatever. I don't. Honestly, I don't take anything personal. I've learned a lot from just being part of the sport. Being part of the sport is you win some, you lose some, and you learn from that. You learn from the losses.
Yeah, I've pulled Tara in the past and I know she's definitely strong. So
yeah,
should be a good match.
Yeah, she is. It's going to be exciting.
Was she good up top or was she inside?
Oh, she
It was just too fast, or
fast and strong and just too
kind of like LaFawn. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I want to let the chat know real quick. I'm going to jump in there with them, and it looks like they've got a lot of things that they're saying to you guys, and we'll check in with them. But first, I just want to, say at least one thing with you, Blanca. One of the biggest things that I've noticed with you, just as I've been kind of getting to know you on social media and seeing you interact and everything, we haven't really talked much. But something I respect so much about you is how you prop up women's arm wrestling. I think it's so cool. You seem to be a very strong advocate for it, and we need it. We need to get those girls out in the spotlight, and you're doing that at every practice you attend, every event that you attend. You were talking about how we need to have good sportsmanlike attitudes, and you're just going above and beyond for these girls, and we do need to work harder to put them out center stage. 100%.
Thank you. That's not going to stop. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, right on. I'm going to dig into the chat a little bit here. We have Paul Stevens in the chat. He's saying I'm in class going to try to watch. Bad Paul. Okay. Yeah, we've got Don Mormon in the chat. He's saying, hey boys, and we've got Javier Martinez from our team. He's a new guy, and he really is just a monster. He's so strong. A lot of potential for Javier.
I have something to say about him. I pulled him at East First West, and honestly, like, pretty legit.
Yes,
a good top roll.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a lot going for him. Oh, so we've got, is that Josh, is that Dominic in the chat under Nowhere to Run Elston? I'm guessing it is. He says Josh for president. And yeah, we've got let's see, how's it going, guys? Everybody's saying hello. Don Mormon says, "What's up, Scott?" Wherever Scott went. But I'm assuming that those guys probably have a history because they've both been in the sport for a while. Lorenzo Munoz is in the chat. He says, "What's up, everyone?" Hello, Lorenzo. We love you, Lorenzo. And he also says, "What's up, Ronnie?" And Dominic Elston is saying, "Scott looks strong." I don't know if kids are watching, so I'll say as fudge. And yeah, okay. Will Klingman is in the house. Heck yeah, we had him on last night.
Awesome.
Yeah. And let's see, Don. Give me a year or two. Oh, Will Klingman. Okay, Tony, are you still in here? Okay, he's not. So Will Klingman says, "Give me a year or two, I'll take Tony."
I believe it.
Yes, bro. That's chopping down like, you know, the redwood tree. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, like in Yosemite National Park.
Yes. One of those trees that you could like build a house in the trunk.
Right. You can actually like drive through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony's here.
Oh yeah, he's jumped in with you guys. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What do you say about that, Tony?
Yo.
Hey, Tony.
So
About what?
Will Klingman says, "Give me a year or two, I will take Tony."
No, he's fucking out of his mind.
He's gonna take him to dinner. He's gonna take him to dinner. And dessert.
I mean, the dude is superiorly strong. Like he's got a really, really, really good style that's going to be very, very hard to beat for almost anybody.
Yep.
But he will never be as strong as us Titan weights. You know, if he catches me on a snicker, like I just was I would have to be drunk. I would have to be super drunk, and he catches me on a flash. Yeah.
Maybe what he's gonna have to do is keep dropping in on your practices, and just like taking down a tree, he'll just have to take little pieces, you know, leading up to that super match. You know, maybe attack your tendon a little, maybe get your pinky finger on the next practice.
Why not? He can try every move in the book. You know, I mean, if his life's goals are to beat me, then whatever, I'm cool with it.
All right, I like it.
But I mean, he's got his coach Derek that he should be trying to beat. You know, like Alan tries to beat me all the time. You know, so that's what the point of that is.
Nice. Yeah, this sport would be nothing without that good stuff. And Will Klingman's in the chat laughing right now.
I'm sure he is. Tell him he needs to practice for at least 5 years, and I have to be in a wheelchair.
Oh, those are the kinds of words that build fuel power for somebody, though.
Yeah,
he'll be doing that. He'll be doing the sit downs.
Yep. And then he's gonna have a hard time anyway. But no, he's really, really good. I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's gonna be great one of these days. He's already there. He's almost already there. So
absolutely. Yeah, and we've got Don Mormon saying, "Go Tara." Okay. All right. Hey, Mr. Carl, we've got Ryan Ballesteros in the chat.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. This is where the warfare starts, right here, guys. All right, and he says that number one spot will be mine, Carl.
Oh, wow.
What do you have to say about that, Carl?
Well, I guess he's gonna have to show up then, huh?
We'll see, he says.
That match is one of the matches I'm looking forward to most. It's gonna be a good one. And we've also got Lorenzo Munoz saying, "I'll bust that hand back, Tony." Lorenzo wants a piece too. Maybe they're gonna take you at the same time.
Out of his goddamn mind. No way. He will never bust my hand back. We got some power coming into practice right now.
Yeah. Everyone's going
Rodrigo,
after
you gotta watch
Tony.
out for Rodrigo.
It's the new train.
Now, Clinton, get your ass down here and let me toddler you. Toddler you back.
And Will says he's joking around. Carl Lorenzo says hello. And we've got Eric Gonzalez in the chat talking to Casey. He's saying, give me a year. I got Casey's number.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Well, he likes to try every practice, so that's a long road.
Yeah. Well, then I have
And I'm Tony too, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the utmost respect for him then. Whoever you are in practice, in my opinion, you should be pulling with the Caseys. You should be pulling with the bigger guys. Let them hold you, let them make you stronger, and keep trying to beat them.
Lorenzo said, great interview, Blanca.
Oh, thank you. Love you.
Yeah, you're very interesting for sure. And we've got Ed Bedrosian in the chat as well. He's doing really well. He's getting stronger, smarter on the table, and his photography is so good. we love you, Ed. He says, this is going to be fun. See you all there. All right, you're coming up.
Oh, that's awesome. I was just about to ask, Ed, are you going to be there?
Yes, it's a party now.
Take my good side, please.
Yeah, it'll be good to see you and your wife there, Ed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we got Dominic saying, let's get it. And he's also saying, I think Eric has your number, Casey. People are already making bets on this.
Well, he better start eating then, because there's quite a weight difference there.
All I know is I was watching Dom pull Casey the other day. He almost had an aneurysm just trying to move him. So,
oh boy,
watch out, Dom. You're barking up the wrong tree there, buddy.
I don't pull supers anymore. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Yeah, at least in a tournament, man. That's a rough recipe for sure.
That is.
Yeah, Ed says, my girlfriend went hysterical when you said, "Uh-oh, did I just get you in trouble? I thought she was your wife." Okay. I only said it because your chemistry is that good, guys. Okay. So Scott, earlier in the chat, Don Mormon was saying hello. Yeah, Don Mormon. Yeah. So, have you guys pulled a bunch? You both have been in the sport a very long time, so I'm curious about your history.
Yeah, I mean, him and I go back to like 1996. Was the World Championships at Queen Mary, and yeah, me and Don got acquainted there, and he came out on top.
Oh, did he? Cool.
Yeah, he got. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. There's a little controversy, but I got a lot of respect for him. You know what I mean? He was, to me, he was new. Like I never met him before. I knew Mike McGraw, Bill Collins, and it's kind of funny because even back then we had the North versus South, and we had our little rivalry. And Mike McGraw, who's still in the game, him and I and Ovi O'Brien, Bill Collins, and there's a few other guys. I can't remember their names. Eric Wolfell was on there, was on the North, but yeah, good times, dude.
Right.
Good arm wrestlers. You know, those guys, they've always had a group of good pullers, and you know, Bill being up north kind of really developed arm wrestling in that territory. We had down here in the South, we had like 4 big promoters that put on big tournaments. So you could literally win 4 world championships in a year. Plus
That's
Alan
amazing.
Fisher, 20-something time world champ, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, you can accumulate some titles back then. And it's getting that way again. You know what I mean? I think we got 4 nationals, maybe 5 nationals this year. So it's, you know, it's one of those things with this sport that just, I don't know if we'll ever get it right. You know what I mean? If we'll ever actually unify the sport to actually make it a big entity so that we're recognized as a sport in America.
Right.
So we got so many, you know, we got a lot of things going on, and it pulls from the sport only because we haven't developed a real, like, I want to say a membership league to where all these other things going on is what you want to achieve to get into that league. You know what I mean? So having backyard polls and garage championships and, you know, all these different things is good, because that's good for the up and coming guy that wants to get into the sport. But if we don't, like, we have, what is it, the East versus West going on right now, which is cool, but it's like there's a lot of ifs and buts, and, you know, is it going to make the sport grow? Hopefully, you know, the pay-per-view, hopefully it grows. We have enough people to back it. It's just nobody wants to, like, everybody picks sides, and it doesn't really, it just gets divided up too much. And I think that's part of the problem, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You bring up some good points. With Arm Wars, the fact that they're doing the whole Savage Search thing, and then with East versus West, that they're doing the qualifiers all over the world, kind of tagging on to what you were saying about the smaller events and everything. I think those two components are going to help a lot. And kind of in the same way that with what Josh and Casey is doing with the super match series, you know, they're not just focusing on the heavy hitters. They're not just focusing on the seasoned pros. They're giving matches to a lot of up and comers and people that other pullers and fans don't know. And the really great point that I like that you guys made was that it's more probable that those new gung-ho arm wrestlers are going to be the ones that are going to get out there and share the event, the sport, their experience, everything. You don't see that quite as much with those at the top. And it only makes sense that if you put focus on the growth area, you know, not the seasoned area, but the growth area, that I would think that would multiply. What's your thoughts on that, Scott?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Even like what we're doing here is really cool. And I've always thought the same thing. Let's get the guys that don't get the spotlight, that can put on, hopefully you get some good matches, and put them together, and it's entertaining to watch. You know,
right.
Part of entertainment is the buildup. So getting up there with these guys, starting the matches, letting them get into the match, get their setup, that's all part of the buildup. And we're taking away from that. We want to speed all that up. We want to get them up there, ready, go, foul, ready, go, foul. The process and the format, I think, is failing for the viewer. Not so much for us, because when we're up there, it's our time. You know what I mean? We get to the table, we're like, don't rush me. You know, I'm going to get some more chalk. You know, we're not in no hurry, but they got to get the tournament going. They got to keep a flow going. So it's understandable, but it's also, we got to realize what's the entertainment value of it. And we don't have to be fake. We got the real deal going on. So we just have to bring the intensity to let the people see it outside of us at the table, to them being 20 feet away and not having any clue of what's going on up there. So that
Absolutely.
Format has to change. And I think Neil, I want to say Neil Pickup.
Pickup, yeah.
Who am I trying to think of?
Are you thinking Neil Pickup?
No. Do you know Neil Pickup?
I mean, I know of
No,
Arm
you don't
Wars.
know him. He's an Australian guy. No, there's Neil from Arm Wars. Is Neil fucking, I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. Idiot. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I know the Arm Wars, yeah, and Neil Pickup, who does that out there, but I don't know an Australian Neil.
Yeah, I'm thinking of, maybe I'm getting everybody mixed up right now. But Arm Wars, I think the
Okay.
show he puts on was pretty cool. Not so much, well, I like what he's doing now too, but back in the day when he was doing the live events, those Arm Wars were really fun to watch. You know what I mean? Because he let the guys do the talking, and there was a show like it was like Jake Smith and Kevin Harris match. Arm Wars,
Right.
one of my funnest matches to watch. You know, there's a bunch of those matches that are fun to watch. So he kind of had the right idea as far as letting it go, not being so strict on the fouls that every match has got to stop, restart. So that process could be, you know, evolved as well a little bit more. But, you know, if the sport's ever going to be able to be recognized as a whole, like in Europe, we need to organize a little bit better, and we need to do it together. Like we had one nationals for a little while, everybody unified, and then that fell apart. So it would be really cool to do what we've talked about for many years, and you guys were talking about it the other night, and that's having the teams. We have enough teams, and that's what I see mostly from social media that's produced is groups of people that are forming their teams. And there's so many teams now that we can easily start a league that we can start competing against each other, like we're going to do with California and Florida, you know, something similar to that. And that's the idea behind that, pretty much, right? So I think they're on the right track there, you know.
In my opinion, I like the fact that the East versus West. I like that because majority of these type of tournaments, they only focus on like the elite pullers, and they never really give anybody that opportunity. And doing East versus West has given a lot of people that boost, that motivation to want to train harder, to want to do better, to want to be out there. And how else are you going to have a strong team if you don't have that motivation? So in my opinion, I like what they're doing with East versus West. That's just my personal opinion though.
Right.
You're talking about Cookie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, and the regular tournaments that we have here all the time. And I will say that, you know, I support 110% is a UAL. So we never miss LA Fit Expo. We never miss the Anaheim tournaments. Wherever Bill goes now that he does more and more, we try our best to be there because you know what? He does amazing tournaments. He supports the ladies 110%. Not only the ladies, but every single one of our pullers. He's fair. He's one of the best refs, and I trust him 110%. And you know, we just have to be supportive to the promoters that actually give us something in return, and they're honest and they're good. You know, in my opinion, I only support certain events and certain promoters, and starting in the arm wrestling and without knowing anything, I learned the hard way. So do I travel out if I don't need to? Absolutely not. I don't. I pull within our area that's local and that's giving us something in return. I do plan to travel more once I start, you know, getting back on track with the sport. But in my opinion, we do have a lot of good promoters here in our area. And like Scott says, we can build a league because we do have a lot of people that are, you know, consistent and we have like how many teams here in our area? We have SoCal, we have, what is it? Arm wrestling, the what is it? Compound. And then we have we have up north, which is still up north, but it's within our area, we're, you know, driving distance. Yeah. You know, how many times do you drive out to Arizona to compete for a small event? We do that. And sometimes, honestly, I've done it. We've done it. Ronnie and I have done it many, many times where we compete in small little tournaments. Why? because we support the people that are actually doing it. We don't do it so much of what we're going to get in return. We do it because we support. And that's one of the things that we do a lot. We support the people that do stuff for us. It's like, do something good, you get something good back. And that's very simple. That's just the way it is.
In arm wrestling, bottom line, you're not going to get rich off of this stuff. I mean, if anything, I mean, how much you can win. I mean, even if you get first place, $300 or whatever, right? I mean, think about it. What about, hotel stay? If it's local, gas, your time off work, like me, I miss day, I work overtime, so it's like, you really, it's just really I do it for supporting and the love of the game, basically. It's just basically, a hobby, and you're not going to get rich off of it. So basically you just do it because you love it, and basically try to do is support, anything has to do with arm wrestling, and, and I think that's the thing. Just support everybody and whatever they're trying to do, and try to, get the sport as it is. The sport is, I guess it's, you can call it like a small community. It's kind of, I guess you can say underground, because I mean, it's like, it's coming out on TV, but I mean, it's not like you ask somebody in the street, like, oh yeah, I kind of seen it. I mean, I think the last thing we had that was pretty big, ESPN. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was pretty big. They took it out. That was, it was getting really well known. I mean, that's ESPN right there. I mean, but this little, like, channels, what we have right now, I mean, it's, it's just enough to get like some crowd, but it's still underground stuff. I mean, a lot of people are like, if you want to make it like wide range, like for everybody to know, I mean, we got to get like, like something more known, like a ESPN type of stuff and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, I mean,
I believe that's just a matter of time, though, honestly, with the way the growth is now and how many people from other sports are starting to flood into this sport. I think it's just a matter of time before a big deal's cut for this to be sanctioned and everything.
Yeah, anything can happen, right?
Power slap on UFC, like, if you can have slap fights, you can have arm wrestling for sure.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed just since WAL is it seems like all these other people that are being brought into the sport through strength sports and all these different areas, it seems like there's a lot more. Okay, the fans, the people that are actually watching on YouTube that haven't really gotten involved with a club, they don't really do it on real tables yet. They seem a lot more informed. They're actually talking about, if you pay attention to a lot of what they're saying in major channels, be it Larry Wheels, ET, it's like they seem a little bit more educated. And I feel like that's one of the areas that is going to really help grow this, because even back when it was ESPN, I feel like it had to be kind of that, like what you were talking about, Scott, like going to those fake WWE entertaining kind of routes for the average Joe to be entertained by it. Because if you don't get it, if you don't really understand what's happening in an arm wrestling match and the techniques and everything that makes it cool, if you don't get that stuff, it really isn't entertaining. It's, the matches are over quick in terms of a spectator. But I think all these big advocates for promoting the sport at the grassroots level, it's changing that, and they're learning the language. And all those people are coming to our practices down here in the South. I'm sure you guys all notice it. They're like, yeah, I've been watching YouTube. I've been practicing my hook and my top roll and stuff. And you're like, all right, let's start with being safe, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Social media has really come a long way, and it's definitely like YouTube and all that. I mean, like especially like YouTube stuff like that. Like I'll have a lot of people. She're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm all like, "Yeah, man, you're like I've seen you." Because I used to travel at one point, like a couple years back. But I ran into some things that happened. But I traveled to Idaho, Mississippi, New York, what is it called? I mean, Portland. I mean, I traveled pretty much across all that, got, my name kind of out there, and, but even though I would go there, they already knew me. I was like, oh, wow. I like, and all because of social media on YouTube and stuff like that. So it's,
cool.
It's pretty cool. So, that
Actually, it's because of your wife.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You don't even have to say, right?
I feel you, Ronnie. Anywhere we go, they just talk to
has a
her. And
Yeah, exactly. Just talk to my manager. To take care of the rest.
Hey, I knew who Ronnie was before I got into the sport too. Every time I went on YouTube and I saw him, I was like, "Oh, damn! There's that guy with the intense face during the match."
Yeah, Casey. I've seen him a couple times, but I wasn't. Now I know who he is. Now it's the Grizzly Man. So yeah, Casey. I've seen him, but I really didn't know him. Because he's still. But now I know him. Now I've seen him more. Like, oh, that's the Grizzly guy. So yeah, Casey.
Like the
I know you now
too for you.
I know Casey now for sure.
So I want to jump back into matches a little bit if we can. I'm going to skip back to Scott for a minute, and if we have Ryan Ballesteros still in the chat, I'll want to get in with Carl and then Ronnie here. So it is Aaron. I don't want to butcher his last name. Blevins.
Blevins, yeah.
Okay. All right. How did that match come about, Scott?
Basically, I was going to arm wrestle David Owen Sr., and he couldn't do it for I guess personal reasons. So Aaron was mentioned, and I said, yeah, I'll definitely pull Aaron. Aaron's pretty much beaten me every time I faced him.
Oh, okay.
So I need a little redemption,
When was the last time you faced Aaron?
Just at the LA Fit Expo, he beat me right-handed.
So pretty recently then.
Is that January one?
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
had a pulled muscle in my shoulder blade, so in the scapula. So I definitely wasn't up to par, but I feel pretty good right now. So I'll be ready for him.
Good.
In a week. So
yeah, I know his name. His name is very familiar, and I'm more of a face guy, so I'm sure I'd know him if I saw him. Josh or Casey, can you guys tell us a little bit about Aaron?
Yeah, he used to be Jeff Hill's training partner. So he's from over there, like Oklahoma, somewhere.
Oh,
he's been out here for a while. He works on airplanes. But yeah, as a puller, I know he's a two-time AAA national champion. So he's definitely been around for quite a while. I think he's been pulling for quite a bit, over 10 years.
His bicep is ridiculous. Stupid.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it was surgically implanted into his arm for sure.
He has one of the fastest hits I've ever felt too. Like, no joke, close to Ole speed. It's wild.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be an interesting match. Then that sounds pretty cool.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Scott's a beast too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, quick question, real quick. You guys have Waldo. You have don't you have Ryan Holbert in a super match? Ryan Holbert. Ryan Holbert. Okay, so we got Ryan Holbert here. We got Waldo, and we got Caesar all here too. If you guys want to interview him.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, as long as you can hear us, we'll call you out in a minute here. I want to get Carl on.
Now I got you in my ear so we can hear you. There's too many people here to hear you otherwise.
All right, I'm hoping Ryan Ballesteros is in here still. Carl, how's it going today?
Good, nothing to complain about.
All right, on. So you feeling pretty ready for your match with Ryan?
Yeah. I mean, felt more ready before March, but is what it is. Had a couple of events where, like I was saying, I just forgot how to top roll. So try to remember how to do that. and then we'll see how it goes. Ryan and I, from what I've seen and remember, we pull very similarly. So it's either going to be whoever does it better or it's going to go into hook. And I'm pretty confident in the hook. So we'll see.
Right on, right on. You're such a humble, laid back guy. I don't know how to like take that. You know, I was waiting for like, I'm gonna destroy him. Ah.
To be honest, I think pulling him in the after pulls is gonna be fun. I watched him ever since he came in, and he's been amazing me as of recent. Like recently, he's just taking people out. I'm like, dude, I want to feel that hand now. That hand looks amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
So Tony wants to take everybody's hand.
Yeah. I do. I'm the hand beast, bro. I'm the hand beast. I gotta take those hands. You
know. That's one of the reasons why I played that song on the share of the story. So you know, the Beatles, I wanna hold your hand.
All right, now you're putting a woman's spin on it, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
Hey, you know what? You gotta make it exciting.
Yeah, that should be your come out song with Tara.
You know what? That is my song with one of the girls that I actually beat in Arizona. That'll be another story.
All right.
That's actually our song. So it got pretty crazy.
Hey, Carl and Ryan, that's going to be an awesome match. I really look forward to watching that.
Yeah,
Carl, you're going to kick this boy's ass. He brings a lot of energy to the table, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to yell in my face. It's gonna get over.
I got Ryan 3-1.
Tony, come on, man. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I definitely think
No. I meant Carl 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
I see how it is.
Yeah. I thought we were all together as a team, damn it.
So, Carl, I'd love to know how you came into this sport.
So I started in 2014. I had a buddy who I did the Highland Games with. And at the time I was having some wrist issues. And he was like, bro, if you come out and arm wrestle, your wrist will get stronger. And I was like, that sounds gay. I'm not doing it. So he kept egging me on. And it's like, all right, I'll go try it. I went to Eric Wolf's house. Some of you guys know him. And then that was like the first week Todd and John moved to Arizona. And they both went to the same practice. And so I was just around these guys. I remember Todd Hutchins. He introduced himself. Yeah, I'm Todd Hutchins. It's like, what, we're just telling people our last names? That's kind of gay, but all right, cool, Todd. And then ended up being Todd Hutchins. So that was so yeah, just went with him. And then just kind of kept doing it. Ended up moving close to Eric. Pulled with him 3 times a week for 5 years. And, you know, got to the point where I decided, hey, you know what, arm wrestling is okay. You know, I think I could keep doing this for a while. And it's been 9 years now. It's been 9 years, like a week or so ago. And it just doesn't seem like it's been that long.
When did you move out here?
June 2019. I moved from Arizona to Cali.
Okay, so you've been training out here for 4 years then.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to say I started taking arm wrestling serious right at the end of 2019, because that's when I, stopped doing, more aggressively the Highland Games. It was like, I'm kind of done with that. I'm going to start doing the whole hand holding thing and see where that goes.
Right on. And your match is right or left or both?
It's right-handed. They talked about me pulling Michael Vaz left-handed, but I'm a little injured right now, so I said I'll pull him if you give me the straps start off, and I never heard anything back, so I'm assuming he wasn't down for that. But yeah, so just right-handed. I pulled Ryan back in 2016, I think, 2015, 2016, somewhere around there, when he and his brother came out to AZ for one of our tournaments, and I think we matched up left-handed, but after pulled right. I don't know how early he was in the sport, didn't really feel much, but he also pulled the right-hand tournament, so hard to say. So we'll see how it goes. I was under the impression he was still hurt. He threw his back out, I don't know, 8 months ago. I don't know if you know Josh when he did that.
Yeah. I remember.
Dude, you're beast.
So he called me out, and yeah, I mean, he got knocked off the list because he didn't compete for a year, but he was at third. So when Caleb put out that list, it kind of gave me the people I wanted to arm wrestle. So he's on my list. So I was happy to be called out. My wife said we weren't doing anything, so we're gonna make a little vacation out of it and go have some fun. And then I got Casey.
Dude, I have a question. Do you what is your kind of work? You look like a nurse.
I work
in the
for-
medical field. You
No,
look
no,
like
I
I
work
would
for-
want you as I want to arm wrestle you while you're taking care of me.
Funny, you're too expensive. You can't afford me, man.
I'm sure not. Oh my god, that was great.
He wants
Yeah.
a personal nurse.
What do you do for a living?
I just work for government.
Whoa, agent.
Like an ATF agent? What?
Secret agent.
I knew
man.
it. I knew it.
My badge is right here. It says bureaucrat.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, I need to, Casey, you and I need to link up after I get done pulling, because I talked to Matthew Bustamante and he's like, you got to pull Casey and just see how strong he is so you can like compare us. I'm like, all right, Matt, I guess.
I'm so down. I don't think we've ever pulled before. Not even
You
slow
pulled
pulling.
Edo your first round at LA, and like I pulled him a few times, so I saw it.
Edo was a little bummed I beat him that day.
Yeah, I mean, I told Edo, I was like standing right there. I was like, dude, just hold. And he was like, he gave it up. And he was like, maybe I could have won if I'd stayed in it, but he's just been a trash for the rest of the tournament. You know, that goes
right.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd love to see you guys pull too. So you and your wife are gonna be up for the whole weekend then? You're gonna make a little thing out of it?
So yeah, her parents have a beach house in the Morro Bay area. So we're gonna go up a couple days before, hang out there. I'm gonna pop on over to Bakersfield, then drive back and do a couple more days. So make a little trip out, but it's not too rainy because that's just our life now. Really over it.
How much of a drive is it from Morro Bay to Bakersfield?
About 2 hours, I think.
Well, that's not too bad. Okay. Right on.
Same for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Okay, before we jump over to Ronnie, I'm going to take a little peek here at the chat. We've got a few new people in here. Who's Caribbean Bull? He says, I'm here. What's up, Caribbean Bull?
That's Goyo.
Who's that?
That's Goyo.
Goyo.
That's Jose Gregorio Delgado Rosales.
I was gonna say Jose Cuervo.
I need to add two more last names.
Yo, Tony, Lorenzo says for you to tell Benji to what does he say? Someone tell Benji stop separating and stay tight.
Hey Benji, stop separating and stay tight is what they said.
Oh, you're muted now.
They didn't want us to hear what they were going to say.
What do you want me to do? He's too tight. I mean, he's trying to pin me, so I'm just letting him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I don't want to try too hard and ruin the super match, right? Such an opportunity.
Okay, well, Lorenzo's just shouting at you over here.
What he
in the
meant to
chat.
say was shit.
What's that? Sorry.
Lorenzo was just giving his demands in the chat here.
We got hecklers here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
After we talk to the chat, I'm gonna talk to Ronnie here a bit, and then we're gonna get at you guys in here. Okay. All right, and we've got Jeffrey Ray, my opponent, is in the chat. He says, "I'm here tonight. That's a Sting group for Sting group of pullers. I'm definitely ready for all the smoke, Kane. All right, be ready. I want there to be smoke. I want it everywhere.
I'll make sure to bring my smoke machine.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'm looking forward to the match too, and congratulations on your new baby. That's really cool. All right, we've also he just had one. Yeah, so he's chilling out right now, loving his new little baby and getting all that recovery time and love. And I'm out there shoveling snow, bro. I don't know if I'm getting stronger or broken down, but we'll find out.
I mean, if you think having a new baby is recovery time, you got something coming for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe he's like not sleeping and stuff like
exactly.
that.
It was a solid 3 months of just being real shitty at everything.
Exactly.
All right, Jeff. So this is important. You're on nighttime duty, okay? You need to be a good husband, man. You're not gonna sleep, but no, I'm kidding.
Hey, my
right.
youngest is 3 and my oldest is 16, and I'm still learning every day. So
You do not have a 16-year-old kid.
yeah, I have 4 children. My oldest is 16. Yeah.
Man, you look pretty young.
Thank you.
Okay, and I've got Ed in here. He says, Kane, don't get snowed in before the event. We actually might. We seriously might. We just checked the forecast, and so we're planning to drive out Friday and checking that house and stuff. And Wednesday and Thursday we're supposed to get snow. Mostly Thursday, but yeah, we might have to like park the car up the road and like literally pack our stuff hiking through snow to get to the car to make sure the car can go down a road that's plowed.
It's just California, man. You sound like you're in Idaho.
Yeah. I'm buying a snowmobile next year. Screw all this stuff. Or a helicopter, one of the two. Somebody get us rich quick. So okay, Ryan says, yep, I'm here. And Ryan says, let's go, baby. He called you a baby, Carl. Yeah. He said, let's go, baby.
I think he's saying that in like a very
I tried. I tried.
No, Carl. He is dissing you. You need to take it very personal.
Wow. Okay.
Come on.
Very upset.
Take it out on the table.
Right.
So and Dominic's in here. I'm like not cool. What's G2G?
Got to go.
Gotta go. Love you all. All right, we love you. Yeah, we love you
He's
too.
way older than he
Dominic.
looks, so.
See,
Yeah.
hey,
I'm like
we're not that
140.
young because I didn't know what it meant either.
Yeah. All right, and Ryan Ballesteros says 2016 was year one for him, or was year one for me. Just a little better now than I was then. Interesting. And Jeff Ray says no sleep. Okay. I want you rested, man. All right. Maybe I won't sleep either, and then we'll make this nice and even. And he says, and you are shoveling snow should be fair. Okay. All right. I'll take that. And Don Mormon says, not feeling sorry. You sand, I will shovel. Yeah, he's sanding texture and stuff. Oh yeah, like I feel that. It's not only awkward, but your shoulders got to be dying, at least on that ceiling stuff. I actually like painting and sanding though. After tough trainings, as long as I don't know. I like the little hand motion and blood flow. It kind of depends, but
It's like Karate Kid.
Steel
Wax on,
is
wax
the
off.
one.
yeah.
Steel and bricklaying are the two occupations that have the strongest arm wrestlers in the world. Bricklaying, steel making.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump over here to Mr. Ronnie Vega. How you doing, sir? It's good to have you in here. Before we talk about your match, you've only been in for, you said 6 years, was it, in arm wrestling?
I started in 2016, so yeah,
Okay.
like 6, 7.
All right, and how did that happen?
Well, basically, I've always been a fanatic from arm wrestling, and basically, I started arm wrestling. Probably I would say like in high school. I mean, like I would say like 14. So I was just obsessed, and I was kind of like, and I was always strong. I started working out since I was 13, 14. I started working out with backpacks. I was kind of obsessed by it. I didn't have weights until I was like in like 7th, 8th grade. It was funny. I used to grab backpacks and I actually use it for like, weights, and I used to do push-ups, I was a kid, And then I finally went to high school, whatever. Then they finally had weights, and I've always liked to arm wrestle. I was kind of like naturally strong, I would say, because I was always kind of ahead of everybody. I was kind of like the guy you can't beat. oh yeah, face Ronnie. I don't know, I would just beat him. Then I worked out. Then, I got stronger. And then, then all through high school, then I, graduated, whatever. And then I was like in my 20s, same thing, continue working out. Same thing, go to bars, just, beat everybody, the guy you can't beat, just naturally strong, And, time went on, then I was in, then, time went by. I was like in my 30s. And then my wife, Blanca, just like, I wonder if there's more to this stuff. What I had no clue. I had no idea there was anything out there as arm wrestling. Yep. And then I guess Blanca investigated, and she's like, hey, well, I found this spot. And and then I think we met up, what's his name? Scott
Warren.
Scott Warren. Yeah, he was the first one. He used to pull, but then he got out of it. But yeah, he was with Wall. He was a promoter at one time, and whatever, right? He's the one that got me in first. And Blanca found him. Say, yeah, check out this guy. I'm like, holy damn! Then I see actually tables. I'm like, what is this? Like, wow, there's actually tables. That's pretty cool. And then and then I just started just going there, showing up. Then more people will come. You know how it goes. Just show up. Then you start meeting people, and then we ended up with Alpha Empire at the end. That's where we started. For a good 3 years, Blanca. 3-4 years.
Almost about 3-4 years.
Yeah. And then so we started there, and then that's it. I just been and then of course after arm wrestling, I was already pretty strong, so I was already like. My amateurs, I only did it for 2 years. It's funny though, because they're like, Ronnie's still pulling amateurs. I'm all like, bro, I've been pulling for 2 years. But I would get that because I would win. And I was like, okay, well, I guess it's time to step it up, because I started getting first places. I figured once I'm getting first places, I think there's no point to stay in amateurs, Yep. So I kind of didn't do much amateurs. I think I did maybe 3 years, maybe the most. And that's it. I never looked back. And then that's it. I just kind of just went to pros, and I just kind of stayed there. And so I had to, step it up quick, because I was just beating everybody too easy. So, and then that's it, man. I just been obsessed. So I've been, arm wrestling, obsessed. I guess it's in my blood, man. Cause I'm 39 now. I'll be turning 40 in July. Big 4-0, so, but yeah, man, time flies. And I wish I could learn about this earlier, because like I said, I've been, obsessed over arm wrestling since I was 13. So it's in my blood. It just never been, exposed to it. So I wish I could have learned earlier, knew about this earlier, but hey, destiny, but at least I'm happy that, that I found it. And I'm very happy, so I've something in my passion that I actually get to enjoy. And I'm a lifer, so this is it. This is me, so yeah, that's pretty much how I kind of started.
Fantastic. Yeah. And that's really cool that you found the moment you wanted to step up to the open pro class. It's hard for a lot of people to make that jump. Yeah. I was more on the stupid end. I kind of just jumped in after 2 months. I don't even think I got a gold in.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't in amateur.
Because
But
I wanted him to not go up until he gets a gold, but listen to me.
I just didn't really mind getting beat up. But Ronnie, yeah, at the event, I'd really love to grip up with you and learn a few things. I've heard about you. I've watched you pull. I respect your intensity. So yeah, it would be a treat and an honor to get some tips and grip up with you, brother.
Absolutely.
Cool. And I want to talk about your match a little bit. Josh, can you tell us a little bit about his opponent?
Yeah, so I've pulled with Donovan quite a few times up at the Armbenders garage. He's very, very strong. He has a strong hand. He's real strong inside. That's where he likes to be. Yeah, I mean, just a powerhouse. Been in the sport for a few years, 5-6 years, somewhere around there. But yeah,
Okay,
he's
perfect.
definitely one of those guys that could easily be one to watch. I think that we have a lot of respect for you guys down there. We know where the levels are at and all that. And Casey and I have had the pleasure of pulling with most of you and traveling around and meeting everybody. So we know that some of these matches are the step up and things like that. But that's the exciting part about it. I think Donovan's just really excited to pull Ronnie. He asked for him himself. And like Ronnie was talking about earlier, the match that we first had set up maybe was a little bit lopsided. And so we didn't want it to be that way in anyone's favor. We don't want matches to be set up on our end the same way. So this match fit a little bit better. And, thank you to you, Ronnie, for being so cool and being willing to do it. That was actually the case with Blancas as well. It was just a better fit match for both of them, people that were more common experience and about the same time in the sport. So
Right,
yeah,
right. I'm excited too.
And
Thank you.
how would you describe Donovan's style?
From what I get from, like I said, I mean, he's low inside. I mean, dragging.
Ooh, so we might have a grinder on our hands then.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely two guys that don't mind button heads at the table.
Very cool. That's going to be an entertaining match. Yeah, because Ronnie, I've never gripped up with you. I haven't gone through all the angles with you and stuff, but just from what I've seen, the biggest thing that stands out to me is you have a lot of power in the hook. And a lot of times it almost seems like you're cozy in somewhat of a high hook.
Well, the thing is that, I have a very, everybody has a spot, right?
Right.
Sometimes I pull and they don't, something, like you say, you can't win every match. Sometimes I get flashed quick, but if they can get me in that certain spot, it's like, I can so like it's like pretty hard to like take me out of that, but it needs to be there. And I have that. I pull also inside. So he was telling me that he's really good at dragging. That's all me right there. I mean, it looks like very styles make matches, right? So I don't know. This looks like a pretty good call from the setup they're setting us up with, because he's put like a dragging hook inside. I mean, that's all me right there. So it looks like we're gonna probably get there. And like I said, I'm I do lower hook, and also do high hook. Like I said, it all depends where it leads to. I mean, I want to be low, like a low hook inside and deep. That's where I want to be. But like I said, sometimes you end up in different spots. Sometimes you might see me high because he might be a taller opponent. So I remember I saw you. That's probably why you might see me like in a high hook. So basically, I want to, if the opponent is taller than me, then I want to stop him, and I'm gonna go high, kind of, and then try to. Then once I, kind of like a post, like a high post, and lock engage, and then drag him in down to where I'm at. So that's probably what you. Yeah, and then sometimes I can't bring them down, so you might see me just hanging on high. And then it looks like a high hook, but I really want to bring them down, but I can't. So
right on.
It depends which goes on the match. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Does anybody from down here, down south, are you guys familiar with Donovan? Any of you? Carl, Scott, Ben?
Well, I mean, that was my question, was because I'm not familiar. He's just on, like our 242 list. Like, who does he have wins on?
Right
down here, so we could where does he stack up?
Josh?
Yeah, I mean, so that I don't really know what tournaments he's pulled down there. I mean, I know that he's been to a couple of them at Grinder. I know that I think he was at the King of California last year. I don't really know like his schedule, because he is from Santa Rosa, which is even higher north than we are. But I know that like the last time I seen him pull was at Patterson. Yeah, so that was last June.
Okay. some unknown factors there. So I guess it'll be exciting. Mr. Benjamin McCabe, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. Excited for the match. It's loud as fuck here.
Yeah,
So
you guys
bear
look
with
like
me.
you're getting it over there.
Yeah, every angle. Got the
Yeah,
women
that's
working.
awesome. I love to see the
Tony.
exercising and practicing down there. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got a full house. Freaking Waldo's pumped. Waldo just got here recently. He wants to talk. He's excited. Caesar's got a match. He's a new guy. He's excited. And
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Well then,
So-
yeah, let's definitely get them in there. We've been on a while, so if you can just
Yeah,
tell
let's
us real
wrap it up.
quick. Well, no, I mean we'll get to everybody. Just and if any of you others that are in the live, if you got to bail, it's all good. Just let us know. You got to get going, Carl.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. Thanks for
All
having
right,
me.
nothing but love.
See you,
Thanks
Carl.
for coming on.
See you, Carl.
Shame.
All right, so Ben, the thing that I found interesting was I had no idea it was primarily you and Tony training for a while. Can you just recap us about how you got into the sport and how you found OC arm wrestling?
Yeah, so it was my roommate and I arm wrestling a few times to figure out how not to arm wrestle. That got me onto YouTube, right? And this is many times that we're just doing it the schoolyard way, doing it all sloppy and whatever.
Right.
But, you know, I happen to be strong in those angles and he wasn't. So looked on YouTube and right the next day they show me, oh, how not to break your arm in arm wrestling. I'm like, are you fucking serious? So I find out there's a whole culture, there's a whole, you know, video playlist. I get into it. I eventually find through Facebook, because I was so into it, my girlfriend was like, you should find a local club or something. And I'm like, maybe there is one. I check Facebook. There's OC Arms, Orange County Arms there. Vegas were there at the time. And it was stacked. And I fell in love with the sport. I met Tony and the team at WOW 504. And that was my first time watching arm wrestling, meeting up Tony. And then he's like, come over. And fell in love with the sport. It's been about 4 years almost. About 15 or so tournaments, about 5 pro, maybe 6, 7, I don't know. Yep. And here I am. So, you know, learning how to pull, learning my angles. Definitely got a flop. As Scott win, hey, we've had a little war. He knows. But yeah, looking forward to pulling Chris. Chris is a strong guy. I pulled him at the Devin Lorette Modesto seminar. So I kind of know where he's going to go in a way. I know how strong he is roughly. And who knows, he's leveled up or whatever. But he's number 4 left, or no, number 4 right and 14th or 15th left. So if I take this, you'll be looking at the new one.
Nice.
Yep.
Shaking some stuff up, brother. That's good.
Yep. Then I'll have you after me, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like damn right.
Hey, so check this out. So you know how we were talking about the fighting?
I'm sorry. What was that?
You know how we were talking about the flat fighting?
Yeah.
Flat fighting.
So what if you had like a show that was just about broken arms? You think people would watch it?
Hey, Ben, mute yourself real quick.
Yeah, mute yourself real quick. Repeat that for us, Scott.
You can mute him. I was saying, so if you got the slap fighting thing that's blowing up, right?
Right.
So if you were to show broken arms, like you were like, on this show, there's 5 broken arms. Do you think the ratings would go up? Like more people would want to watch that?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Oh boy.
We live in a sick world, man. We live in a sick world. People want to see violence.
It's hard to say. I mean, I think there's going to be a crowd for that, but then there's a whole other crowd that you keep seeing if you follow some of what these guys are saying and in these strength sport networks and stuff. That's one of the biggest reasons they're afraid to get into it. They think they're going to break their arm.
Well,
but I don't know which is, you know what I mean?
More important.
Well, yeah. If one offsets the other in terms of growing the sport.
Yeah,
Be
whether
interesting.
whether it's waiting for that car crash and the pile up, the motorcycle to go down, the skier to eat it, that's always like that gets the highlights, you know? Just
Yeah.
that
What do you think, Ben?
human nature. Yeah.
If we should publicize and show
Breaking
break?
arms. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay. I don't like watching them or hearing them or feeling them.
That's the
Or, yeah,
worst.
or seeing them
Honest-
really. So I don't know.
Honestly,
not.
dude, I cringe every time you use that technique to let your hand go. In certain matches, when you give that up, I'm like, oh shit, because your
Is that what you're
hand.
talking about, Sky? Is this reference to me or what?
No, I was thinking, Benji,
Just in general.
You might be good at the flat fighting, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Like a whip.
ditching it. Yeah, I probably could take it too, but that'll fucking hurt. That'll piss me off.
Yeah. But you
But,
have a very interesting style. I mean, there's people out there that do the flop wrist, but I've actually seen you successfully put stops on some pretty heavy hitters with it.
yeah, Scott's one of them. He's a
Yeah.
super heavy hitter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if people let me get into it, that's a huge different story. You know, if people don't know how to address it or used to it, that's another story too. But if you know how to do it, you know, take advantage of the flop, then it's going to be a grueling battle for me. So yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have any issues with my style. I was apprehensive in using it and definitely in tournament for 2-3 years. And I'm just getting to that almost 4-year point where it's just like, all right, let's start letting loose. Let's start really, you know, focusing on it. It's something that works. Even if it's weird, you know, do what works. We're seeing Hermes stop 11 with it. So it's like,
Right.
what does it matter? You know, it's like it's the new King's move.
There's a
People are hating.
I
What's
was
that?
gonna say.
Oh, sorry, what?
I was saying there is a difference though between a flop wrist, no finger pressure to a Jerry Cataret. He's still holding on with his
Right.
fingertip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I
So-
get shit from that too. They think I'm I'm trying to slip or something. I'm like, they're trying to slip. I ain't trying to slip. You know, ask them.
You got to be careful you don't get injured. Somebody could injure you if they wanted.
Yeah,
like,
knock on wood.
if somebody wanted to injure you in that position, it wouldn't be hard to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something I fully realize it, and I'm apprehensive in most of the time. But if I'm in it, it's usually I've got a good lock, and if they take it past there, I just give in. So
Yeah. You seem to be getting comfortable with adjusting with that, and if you're out of the straps, you're good enough at getting your shoulder in there and protected to where if you had to slip, or if it went the wrong way, you could. I'm guessing you're doing a lot of work on it in the straps as well. Am I right?
yeah, I do it in the straps. I won't give everything about it here, but yeah, I'm doing it in the straps.
Yeah.
And I was doing it versus Tony Tomlinson too. Those 6 months, I'm slamming into him. He's pulling through me. It was probably not the best idea and strategy. Probably messed up my right arm a little bit. But if I'm able to mess with that, I shouldn't be worrying about, no offense, unless they're, I guess, like most say 185s or 165s. You got Tony Tomlinson, 400-pounder. I shouldn't be worrying about much. And I was the first 3 years, exactly what Scott was saying, taking it easy. So I respect that, and it's true. You have to.
Right on. Well, it's going to be a fun match to see. Absolutely.
I'm stoked.
Yeah. I want to see this guy too. I don't know enough about him, so that'll be fun to watch. Who else you got up in that garage that's got some matches? I know Waldo's.
Let me pull Waldo or Caesar. Does Ryan not really have a match? Do you know? Ryan, the orange or ginger guy?
I would have to look at the list. I think Josh has the list with him.
because he's coming out with his kid. He already has a hotel, just FYI. So he'll be down. Let me get somebody real back.
Okay. Yeah, I got Ballesteros, but.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to head out. I gotta wake up at 1 a.m, so I'm an early shift guy.
Whoa. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. You're the best. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll see you next weekend, brother.
All right, man. Take care, guys. Bye.
Ronnie.
Which one's this one for?
That one is the right.
Okay, we can. Buenas noches, everybody.
Hey, how's it going, Waldo?
I'm good. I'm so thankful to God to have met this arm wrestling team and everybody in it at the big practices. And for whatever it's worth, like I feel like I go to church when I go to practice because everybody's just so loving and it's unconditional love, and they just care so much about you doing the right arm wrestling technique or either arm wrestling correct and not hurting yourself. And I love it. So I love it so much. It's just, it made it very easy for me to adjust into something besides like church, you know?
Yeah.
It's a great community. It really is. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, it's the thing I find that's unique about the arm wrestling community is one, unlike what people would think, it's not super ego driven, but for the most part, I'd say, but a community that makes each other stronger. I mean, to me, it builds a person in every aspect of their lives. Right. I think. Right. You know, we don't go to like tear each other down about business, you know, about relationships and stuff like that. We just go to try and make each other stronger, and there really is a beauty in that. I think it crosses over. You take it outside of practice, outside of the table, and it really can enrich every aspect of your life. And so for the people that don't understand why we get so obsessed about a sport that, like Ronnie was saying, you can't make a bunch of money in it, at least not right now. Those are the reasons. It's a great community. It really is. And you, I mean, I've practiced with you, what 2-3 of those big Armfest practices?
Yeah, a couple times.
Man, you are so strong and are really jumping out on the scene. I'm really excited that you have this platform for a match, because I really think you've got a bright future, Waldo.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I'm going on this September the 6th will be 4 years sober, my sobriety. And you know, I got my daughter in my thank you. I have my daughter in my life. I get along with her mom. You know, I did do a 2-year program, and I did what I had to do, and I started my life out. And as soon as I left the program and kind of started living like the real world, that's when I felt like it was time to defend my sobriety championship bout daily. You know, this is my sobriety. I'm the champion of it, and I got to defend it every day to hold my title and to keep my title, because that's my title. And, and a big part of this arm wrestling, I looked for, while I was in the mission, is the Union Rescue Mission of Los Angeles. If you look them up, they, you know, CRDP program. If you know anybody who needs a program, they accept everybody but pedophiles. You know, so, and for like a good year, half the year, I just kept looking and finally I found Tony, and by that time I was already able to do overnights and 3 days out of my weekend, and I would come to Orange County, visit my daughter, we'd hang out, and I found him, and I just started coming. And it was tough, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought everywhere else I went, I was winning people in arm wrestling, and then I show up here and then they were just kicking my butt, and I was just like, I don't know the first thing. Like, what? Okay, no problem, let's learn.
Yeah.
You know, let's start learning. And yeah, it was tough. It was tough because I just tried to arm wrestle everybody that was so strong, and I like paid the price out. It was good, but like I was hurting. I remember I would go back to the mission on a Monday, and I had my little icy hot roll, and I would roll my arms, and I would roll my arm. I would just lay in my bed, and I was like, man, what am I doing? Is this really this? And then I would just get over it, you know, and I'd be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I would go back fresh after the 2 weeks, and again, there I was just hurting. Oh, like a little T-Rex.
crying, complaining. There was a lot of that, a lot of that, and it's worth it. It's worth it. It gives me a driven purpose to stay proactive and just hanging around with a lot of cool people and loving and caring, and it's something I look forward to. I look forward to it. My daughter, she likes coming too. She has a little shirt, and it's most definitely. I feel very. It made me feel like I'm at home, and
right.
Even at the big practices, it's just like I said before. It's just so loving, so caring, and I love it. I don't know how it was a time limit. I feel like I'm in an AA class right now, and I'm just like 2-minute warning.
You're doing good.
2-minute warning.
And what you say, Waldo, that really speaks to me, brother, because I think for a lot of us, arm wrestling, and what you're saying about sobriety and your journey, for a lot of us, this sport, I feel like it is something that helps us grow out of whatever it might be. A lot of us do come from dark places, you know what I mean? And to kind of tack on to what I was saying earlier about how it is such a beautiful sport, how we just try and make each other stronger as individuals. It's such a perfect recipe for dealing with stuff like that. So good on you, man, and I really hope the best for you with all that.
Thank you. And I'm Casey, I sent you your picture. I sent you a picture. I'm taking a couple out, see which one I look the best in. I'm new to this, so
I'm not picky, bro. Thank you, man.
Love you guys. God bless, and I'm gonna go ahead and
give me a fist bump. They can see the freaking.
Benji gets excited. Benji gets
excited over there.
Wow. Open that hand up. Open that hand up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That'll give me a lot of jail time. We're talking about. Here we go.
All right.
All right, brother.
We got Ryan here real quick. Ryan, jump in.
What do we got?
In your ear.
I'm an AV guy, but I'm technically having problems. But what's going on, guys? How's
What's
everybody
up,
doing?
Good.
So I'm Ryan Holbert.
Hello.
How long am I introducing?
You're supposed to be having a super match. You don't know if you are.
Yeah, I thought I was having a super match. I don't know if I am or not. I don't know if you guys have me set up for a super match. I'm Casey, how much do I weigh? I'm like 280, something around there.
Yeah,
You
I
and me,
think
Pole.
so.
We're super heavies.
Yeah,
so
you
if
actually,
have
you almost gave me my first loss in an amateurs, actually.
That's why I'm excited, man. I
Got real
gotta
close.
pull you left. We haven't pulled left yet. I think we just pulled right. But yeah, no, I've been pulling. I started with these guys, Orange County Arm Wrestling 2019, October 2019, and then took some breaks during COVID, and then came back with them like a year and a half ago. Really, really good group of people, though. Everybody that I met, like Waldo was saying, it's one of the best things that I found. I found master gardening like 5 years ago. I became a UC master gardener, and then I found arm wrestling about the same time, and it's been really, really awesome to meet all the people.
Cool.
My son, I have a 13-year-old actually too that's going to be coming up on the 1st, so he loves arm wrestling. He absolutely loves it. So it'll be good just to spend some time with him.
Yeah, it's going to be great to meet both of you.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's spend some time after on the table, whenever.
Yeah.
So you said your last name, say it again.
HUL, like the whole of a ship with one L, and then Bert, like Bert and Ernie, BERT. So Holbert.
Okay, and do you have a match for this?
I don't know.
He does.
So.
Last night, Casey was over here and we were going through a couple things and we had to fix a couple things, but your opponent's going to be Josh Villarreal.
Okay,
that's
nice.
who you're going against. Yeah, he's a
Josh
super heavy. Yeah, he's about a year and a half in. Similar time. You might have a little bit more time in him, but I think it's going to be a decent match for both of you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Always,
Wait,
man.
country?
It's always a good time. What's that?
Josh, is it big country?
No, that's Adam.
Adam. Okay.
Country is Adam. No.
You said Josh Villarreal. What was the name one more time?
Villarreal is his last name. Yeah.
If you're on it, look at the list later.
Oh, awesome.
Facebook.
Awesome. Well, yeah, no, I look forward to seeing you guys. It'll be a really good time. It'll be a great event.
Right on,
it's
brother.
been September, I think, since I've seen some of you guys. So yeah, it'll be fantastic. I'm gonna let Caesar get on here. He's one of our other gentlemen that he's been with us for a little bit. Yeah, I think our last guy. But
okay,
good talking to you guys. We'll see some of you guys soon.
Good to meet you. And
I'm
hello,
gonna bail out. I got
hold on one sec. Hello, Carolyn Loomis in the chat. She's saying hi to everybody. Oh, bye, Scott. All right, thanks for joining us, brother.
See you, Scott.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you on the 1st. Bye.
Absolutely.
See you on the 1st.
See you there, buddy.
Yeah, brother.
All right, sir. Tell us your name.
All right, guys. So good evening, guys. My name is Caesar. Obviously, I'm with Orange County Arm Wrestling. I started in late August. The way I came about it was I was just on Facebook, and all of a sudden I was coming across videos of the Arm Wrestling Whisperer, and then so I saw him, and then I saw a video of someone's favorite arm wrestler. So I searched up Devin Larrett, and from there it just went on YouTube, and then I was like, so I just searched up Orange County Arm Wrestling online and messaged the group and stayed here ever since.
Nice.
Awesome.
How many tournaments have you done?
I haven't done any yet.
Oh, it's your first.
Yeah.
That's
exciting. So I was like, you know what? How often is this gonna happen? So I was up for the opportunity, and I'm just up for the experience. I want to have fun and see what goes on out there.
That's the best attitude and outlook to have, I think, is experience. That's what all this is going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, just suck it all in the next couple years, and it's all going to be useful. There's just so many levels to this, and if you don't have that attitude, it's going to be hard to climb them. So how long have you been pulling for?
So since late August 2022.
2022. Okay.
Yeah.
August. All right. So you're pretty new into this then.
Yeah. Yeah. The main reason I wanted to build some bigger arms. So that one.
Are you practicing a lot of ready goes in preparation for this?
No, that's when I realized I need to start practicing was the first hit.
Well, while you're at practice there, definitely have your guys set you up with a top ref and a bottom ref to watch your elbows and get you some good ready goes. It's going to help you a lot.
And just go when they say ready.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, you get one false start. It's fine. Take it.
Yeah.
Ready? Just go.
It's all learning experience.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Bill's going to give you the cadence. Just pay attention to that, which means he's going to tell everybody before the event how he's going to say ready go. Pay attention to that. You know, he might say ready go. He might just say go. You know, it depends on what his cadence is. But every ref is different. Some of them do this kind of. I think Leonard likes to do ready go. And those are rough. Those are rough for me.
Yeah.
Some people like it, but if it's a ready go, do what Blanca said. Get like on the Y at the end of ready at the latest.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Get going.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
good
welcome.
to meet you.
Yeah, so I hope to see all you guys. I'm assuming you are going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you on the 1st.
Yeah, we'll be there the whole weekend. Come say hi. I'll be looking for you, and good luck to you, man.
Yeah, you guys too. Wish you all
Thanks
best of
for being
luck
involved,
and safe.
man.
We all stay safe out there, and I'll have fun. That's all it's all about. All right, guys.
Brother.
You guys have a good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye bye.
All right. Well, I think this could be a good place to wrap it up. We've been going just about.
Oh, they got lightning face and everything over here. Nice. Dude, that is my protege. This guy is gonna surprise some people. He's never been in the tournament. Never been in the tournament. I'm all fucking. This guy here in about a year is gonna decimate every amateur in his weight class. Watch and see. Watch and see.
If Tony says it, it's true.
No, I'm telling you. Because if he was a weakling, I'll say he's a weakling. It is what it is. No, I'm real. This guy he's phenomenal. Let's see how he performs over there for his first time competing ever. Let's see if he's actually able to keep his training and everything. I think he is. Who is he going against?
What's his name, Josh? Who he's going against?
Uh-oh.
Josh.
Disconnected.
Yeah,
Caesar, do you know who you're going against?
what his name is?
No, I told Alan I wanted a super match, so
Okay. Well, we lost Josh, so we're not sure who that match is, Tony.
We're gonna
But
have to research that then.
he's definitely got the best well, I don't want to say the best, he's not Alpha Empire, but he's got a great team behind him and a really good coach. So I
How new is
definitely
he?
no, I'm talking about your man.
Oh, right here, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good team and a good coach behind him, so I'm sure he will do really good.
Yeah. So the other guy, you don't know the other guy?
I do not. In
I'm
fact,
pulling up the list right now.
yeah, is it on the list that you put out already, or is this a new addition?
I know. I definitely wrote his name down yesterday when we were doing the order. I just don't have the list in front of me. Josh has it. The revised list, that is.
Okay. Well, whoever it is going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone that's been doing well ranked in California and the nation. Like
no, we
someone that
definitely
knows
didn't.
what the hell they're doing. Like that might be kind of an off one, but
Wait, is it Adam Eddie or is that a different Caesar I'm looking at?
Oh, Adam. Yeah, it could be.
Because I see Adam Eddie versus Caesar, and I think he's the only Caesar on the list.
Okay.
so
Yeah,
Adam, anybody know this guy?
He looks like he does have a Facebook.
Okay.
All right, let's all troll. Let's all troll Adam Eddie.
Let's go troll.
There you go. Everybody send him a message.
We're gonna do a deep dive on you, Adam Eddie. Deep dive here.
I'm gonna give you back to Caesar though.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna call it a night, guys.
All right.
It's been
All
a
right.
couple hours. It's been really good to meet you, Caesar and Blanca. Thank you so much for spending time
Thank
with
you.
us. You're such a joy and advocate
you.
for the sport. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Casey, thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
everything. And yeah, I guess Josh is working on getting some of your boys together so we can maybe go live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So let's get that going because it takes a little bit of prep and scheduling for a lot of these people to make time to do it. But
Casey,
again,
let's try to
thanks.
get. Sorry to interrupt. Casey,
No.
try to get the girls on there too.
Oh,
Tara
yeah.
and Rosario.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
we
reach
can
out
get
to them for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Thank you so much. Good night, guys.
All right, good night. Thanks
Good night.
everyone in the chat.
Okay.
Thank you for everybody who's watching.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.